Hush, ladies. Hello, hello. And I'm here, and I'm here, and I've made it. Look at that. That looks really bad, doesn't it? Okay. Let me see here. How are you guys doing today? Yes, yes, yes. Well, I'm here, and as you guys know, I am a fellow Sag. Excuse me. There's something up here. Oh, I can tell this is my first time, huh? Yeah, not really used to this, you guys. But I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a little bit of intellect on what's going on in Saggy rules, okay? Now, if you're a Sagittarius, then you gotta know that out of all signs, we are one of the most close to the satanic side of things. You can look it up yourself. But that doesn't mean that you're a satanic being. That doesn't mean that you're a demon. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that us as Sagittarians, we can't do what other people do. We're not going to get away with the things that other people get away with. Us as Sagittarians, we have to be aware that everything we do matters. Everything we do from the beginning to the end, everything we do as a Sagittarian, it matters. It matters. You will reflect on things from your past all of the time. Now, not all, but some are gifted. They're gifted, as in, if you look at certain things, you'll look back and you'll say, dang, I always easily was able to do this, blase splee. It always easily came to me, and it seemed like it was harder for other people. Well, that's because you were gifted. You were gifted. You might have been a black sheep of the family, right? Right? People wanted to make it hard for you, right? Um, Everybody seemed like whatever you felt or thought was always too far, too much, too that Sagittarian, oh, they just went too far with it. Oh, they just always go above and beyond, And well, let me say this. You always went above and beyond. You always were a little more drastic, 0 to 100 real quick, right? That was you. You didn't take what other people take. You didn't have fun doing what other people was doing. You like to do what you like to do. You stuck to your guns. You did what was important to you. And that offended other people. You didn't have to always be with the crowd. You were a party in itself. So you didn't need to be around other people because you were the party in yourself. Got to a point in time where God started keeping you away from people. You got too hard. You got too hurt. It was so much going on. People had did so much to you that it got a point of time you found yourself secluded, but in some way still at peace. When there weren't people, there was still something in place of that companion, right? Right. For me, it was music. It was always music. And when music didn't do it for me anymore, then I ended up getting a pet, Sasha. Sasha was my But throughout my life, I always got pets, a dog or whatever, blase split. Um, you can't do what other people do because you have to live in your light. Sagittarians, I'm sorry. It's not no other answer. You have to live in your light. You have to do what you know is right. Now, listen. We all have vices. You're still going to make mistakes, but you got to make sure the mistakes that you're making aren't mistakes that you already learned the lesson from. If you learned the lesson, you have got to learn that lesson. If your mind tells you, if you get something in you to say, no, leave him alone. By all means, baby, leave him alone. If you continue to deal with someone and your intuitive spirit is telling you it's not good, when you re track what's going on and you think about a godly substance, it doesn't register under that either. And this is something you're calling love. It's something you're calling your destiny. This is who you want to marry. This is who you want to be with. But nothing about this person is resembling a happy, godly family. So, what are we saying exactly? Are we saying that we deserve to end up in a karmic situation? Now, karmics, what does it sound like? Karma. So if you're with somebody and you're getting abused, you're being physically abused, you're being mentally abused. He's talking to you like you're not anything. Now, if you are also displaying this type of behavior, it could be because you're mirroring him because you guys been together for so long, or it could be that you are being karmic. Now, why am I talking about being karmic? Karma. What does that matter in the Sagittarian rules? Well, in Sagittarian rules, your life is based on karma. Your life is based, what's going on with you is based on karma, which is based on what you project out of yourself, which is bringing that same energy recycled back into you. What are you projecting? What are you delivering? Are you getting up every morning, getting on Facebook, saying something that you know that is going to offend a million people? Or are you getting up every morning on your social site saying something that is going to motivate a million people? Are you building or breaking people? Mhm. Are you believing your own lies? Well, what does that have to do? Well, deception, being deceptive, being deceptive. Are you living in your truth? Well, most people want to be happy, but how can you be happy? You've been through some shit. I mean, you've been through some shit, some destructive shit. You should not be still standing, but you are. Hmm. And you're smiling. Hmm. And you still believe. Hmm. I mean, you have lost so much. Hmm. But how did you gain these things back? Plus more. Hmm. Oh, you were so irresponsible. Hmm. Well, how did you find responsibility? Because there was something else behind you moving you. And because you chose not to live in a karmic situation, you chose to move forward. You chose to believe in self. You chose to love you. And that's how you gain this abundance of peace when you were one of the most destructive people in your past. Sag rules you have to do the right thing. You have to lift people up. You have to build up, to be a builder. You have to do this to gain the abundant life, the riches that you really seek. And when the riches come in, we all think of it as financial. We all think of it as $1. Yeah, you're going to get a little money coming in. But what you're really going to get is a resurrection, a rebirth. You're going to become something that not even you knew you could. You're going to do things that you never imagined you can do. But how do you get there? Because you've been hurt. You've been hurt. You still feel that hurt. You can't tell me I can't be angry. They took my parents from me. They took my children from me. They took everything I had. I have nothing. You can't tell me I can't be hurt. Well, listen. If being hurt works for you, then you just stay there. But if you really want to know what you're supposed to do with that hurt, listen. You have to do right by people. You have to rectify your wrongs. That shit in the past that you did. You got to go back. To some motherfucker you didn't even want to talk to. You don't even want to think of them no more. But you got to go back. And you got to rectify your wrongs. Now you're going to say, but what about some of those people? They dead now. I can't go apologize. I can't. Is their child here? Do they have a child here? So if you can't give to the parent, you find that child and you give to that child in some way, shape, or form. It's called being a light worker. Now you can't do that. Okay. They didn't have a child. So now when you're out here and you're running into people in the world, it's time for you to do whatever you didn't do in that past situation. You were more confrontational. Maybe you should have been a little more understanding. You snapped at somebody when maybe you could have just not. So what I'm saying here is what you have to do as an individual, as a person, above being a Sagittarian, above being any sign. Because this isn't just for Sagittarius, this is for everyone. But because of Sagittarians, I want to let you know you are the closest sign to Satan. the most satanic. This is why you have to do the right things. You have to do right by people. You have to do right by yourself. You have to walk in your light. No matter how dark things have gotten, you have got to find that light. Now, how do you find that light? Well, what did you do before drugs, weed, alcohol? When you were a kid, what took you back to that little happy place? What was it? Was it little cars? Was it music? Was it beating on your drum set? Was it putting the tracks together? Was it playing Legos? What did you do to entertain yourself before there was a woman or a man or anything else? Or you went outside and played with your homeboys, played basketball. But now you're older, so you don't play basketball as much. You might need to just bounce a ball. That energy, that feeling that it gave you before you ever experienced anything else to influence a feeling over you. You have to go and you have to find that and you have to embrace that. But good is all you can do. You cannot do any, thou shalt not do any evil. Period. No betrayal, no scamming. No. Straight up. No. You can't do it. If you do, you will put yourself in a bad spiritual place for at least 7 years or more. It's your choice. You want to go back to the place where you can't get $1? You want to go back to the place where you're struggling harder than ever? You want to go back to the place where you can't eat, where you're not focused, where you're not learning, you're not growing, you're not gaining? You want to lose everything you got? Then risk it. Or you find yourself a smooth lane, something that works for you, where you can be productive, make money, and still take care of things you need to take care of. Cleanse your energy. Cleanse your energy. Cleanse your energy. Cleanse your energy. You gotta cleanse your energy. There are people that's going to come around that's going to test you because you're not about to keep playing this same game. You're tired. You fed up. You've been there. You've done that. You've dealt with it, right? Right. So what are you going to do to change it? What are you going to do? You've been tried it your way. It's not working. You still got people coming at you sideways, looking at you sideways, talking at you sideways. You're not putting them in a place where they cannot shut you down. No, you're getting shut down. You're looking like a fool. You're not getting the rightful respect that you want. And you're angry at yourself. You're taking it out on others. Hurt people, hurt people. No, honey. That's misery wanting company. You can't sit there and gossip. What happened? Oh, for real? Damn, that's messed up. All right, girl, because I got to go take care of this. Find another means of communication that you find some type of entertainment in. Because gossiping about people is only going to make people gossip about you. I said you're putting out the energy is coming back to you. What you're going through is what you're putting other people through. You ain't seen it yet. Oh, you ain't did nothing. You didn't do anything? Not at all. Not at all. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, you didn't purposely go under that girl's comment, under that girl's post, and say something that you knew would spark up an argument. What type of energy did you put out of there? When the message that you sent, was it derogatory? Was it disrespectful? Was it was it educational? Was it informative? What was the point? It was to break, or was it to inform? What are you using your powers for? Power? You ain't got no powers? You don't? Oh, okay. If you can go to someone and ask them a question and get a yes or a no, you use words to request something. You went to a whole nother human being. Hey, what up, though, Jay? Look, nigga, I need you to let me borrow $60. I'm gonna give it back to you next week. Yeah, you already know how it is. I've been struggling. Need a little help. Jay, like, okay, I got you, bro. No problem. That's a spell. It's a spell. You use some words to convince this person to give you something. Why is it movies about things? Where did this stuff come from? They just made it up. They just made it up. There are no witches in the world. There are no vampires. They made it up. There are no aliens, no foreign creatures here. No. All humans. There are no clones. There's none of that. No, they made it up. It's all made up. You just have to look at your gifts as gifts. Understand what they are. Look at who you are. Know what you want. Now, the reason why Sagittarians are most close to the satanic signs because most of them are gifted. And most of them use their gifts for the wrong reasons. Self gain, to slow down or reject another person. You ever watch one of those little witch shows on? And it's always what they're doing. I gotta slow her down. I gotta stop her. Don't be, don't be that. Use your gifts for good, and good will come to you, and you will be blessed with more gifts. The Saggy rule is you gotta do the right thing. It's just that simple. You gotta do the right thing, and you gotta rectify the wrongs that you have done in the past. You gotta love on everybody around you. You gotta spread positivity. You gotta smile. You gotta learn how to love yourself and give yourself a reason to love you. That's what you gotta do. And once you do these things, then you will totally gain what there is you are supposed to gain. And you'll grow into who you are genuinely supposed to be. And you'll find that real happiness that you're supposed to have. But you have got, and I mean have got to do the right thing by everybody around you. You got to give all of that up. The pettiness is going to take a minute. You going to peek out from time to time, but that's okay. It's just showing you how far you came, reminding you not to be that way. Believe in yourself, people. You are awesome. You are amazing. You are beautiful. You can do all things because God got your back. And so do I. Walk around here with your head held high. Walk away from all instances like a boss. Watch your tone and delivery. Believe in yourself. And others will also. Peace and blessings, baby. Thanks for being here.